All right. So, my God, it's been a minute.
I know. How long has it been?
Months.
It's probably been months.
It's months. Yeah, months. I think because
what the heck happened? What happened to spring? Did we even have a spring?
it kind of just blew by.
Literally
blew by. I think it rained most of it.
Well, the lake's pretty full.
Yeah.
Very full.
Yeah. So is my pool.
And everything else.
Right.
Rain barrels. Everything's just oversaturated.
My grass has never been greener.
Yeah. Well.
You
have grass.
I have grass. The people I bought the house from put grass. So
so that was a win-win.
That's what it was.
So at least you won't have a water bill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the sprinklers have been off since, before winter. It's great.
It's great.
I love it.
It's like a bonus.
That's it, man. So you're flying solo today? No,
I
John.
am. Yeah, John said he's been trying to work a deal for the last 2 years. He's finally got the opportunity to work it, so he went and worked it.
Hey, I don't blame him. I mean, it's crazy right now in the industry.
Yeah, the interest rates dropping and
it's
good.
Sparked a little refi movement.
Yeah.
And then plus people getting off the fence and just buying.
And it's time. Yeah, it's time to if you're going to add that pool to the backyard or redo the kitchen or whatever, the home equity lines are pretty good and it's good.
And the rumor mill is that they're not they don't foresee it going up immediately. Yeah. So I think we might be riding this wave for a little bit longer.
Yeah, at least a year or two.
It'll help us with the tariffs.
Yeah. We're
on.
just going to be buying more American, that's all.
There you go. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, heck no.
I
try to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Even if it does cost me an extra $15-$20, it's worth it.
It's worth it.
I used to buy my jeans everywhere else, but now if they're not American made, I don't buy them anymore.
How do you find who's an American-made jean company?
1876, which is a Texas company. There's a Texas Republic Jean Company. There's a couple of them out there.
Texas-based too.
Yeah.
That's like hyper local.
The jeans I have on now are Texas shorts.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just seems like they're made from better material. And then Wrangler just came out with its roots.
Yeah.
Made here in the United States.
Really?
Yeah. So.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
I didn't even know that. I might have to look into that one.
Yeah, I mean it's got to support the home pride. I mean, there's some things you just can't buy here.
Right.
And you're just going to just pay. That's all.
Yeah. It just is what it is.
And if you don't want it, then don't buy it.
Don't buy it.
That's it.
Let it be.
Let it be.
You didn't need it anyway.
That's right.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Big B Mortgage Podcast. Today I'm sitting here with my friend. What is this now, our fourth episode?
Yeah, this is our fourth date.
It's our fourth date.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to say, you look better every time I see you.
Well, the room's pretty dark today.
Tell you what. Easy, Turbo. People are going to start wondering why I don't do videos. And now I got to tell them, we set a mood light.
That's right.
We light some candles.
That's right.
So, Jack Bodolosky.
Damn, you're getting a
Did I nail it?
Yeah, you nailed it.
Oh, give me a gold star.
You get 2.
There you go. Especially for that one, bro.
That's right.
I thought Shoal was tricky.
It is what it is. Just because it's shorter doesn't mean it's easier.
There you go. Okay. We're going to leave that one on the floor there. I ain't going to pick that one up. I could go. Yeah. Woo, baby. So, Jack Bodolosky. Normally you're with your partner, John Burnham, which we miss him today. He's not here with us. John's a great dude.
He's awesome. Love him to death.
With Warrior Companion.
With Warrior Companion.
So,
I mean, I don't even know where to start. There's so much stuff going on. It's insane.
It's awesome though because I mean, I feel like an uncle, because I got to interview you guys when you were really just totally
fresh out of the box with Companion.
You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean we got to have a board?
What do you mean we need to raise funds to do things?
Oh man, this raising money thing.
Well, that's one of the reasons why, when we rebrand it and I started thinking about it, you know how hard it is to ask somebody for $10?
Yeah, it is.
It's almost impossible to do that.
Yeah.
Especially when you're a type of person that doesn't like to ask in the first place.
Right.
So that's why, I took things to a different level. It's more about helping those or helping me.
Yeah.
So, if you have a business and, I promote your business, and in return, you donate it on the promotions I do. It's great. Chive TV is one of them.
Last time you guys were getting set up with those guys, right?
Yeah.
How's that going?
Good.
Yeah.
Good. It's getting there. We had some hiccups because, some business things popped up that they weren't aware of that they had to fix in order to make it work, but they made it work.
Really?
So, yeah.
So they stuck with it?
They stuck with it, yeah.
That's awesome.
So.
Well, come on, man. I mean, it's our 4th episode. Every time you come here, it's been some really phenomenal progress, starting from episode 1 to now we're on the 4th. And I know when you reached out and you're like, hey, man, let's do another one because we got some exciting stuff on the horizon I want to talk about. And I was like, bring it, bro.
Well, this weekend, this Saturday night, we partner with a local pro wrestling school.
There's a local pro wrestling school?
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that.
It is insane. I've gone to 3 of them now for $10 for 3 hours of entertainment. It's a blast.
$10?
$10
so
for
what,
an
you
adult,
go and
$5.
watch them?
Yeah, you go. It's $10 an adult, $5 for your kid.
Okay.
And you go, and it's 3 hours of pure entertainment.
Really?
Coming off the top rope, chairs over the head.
Are they doing character and all that?
Oh, yeah. They're doing mask and non-mask. And they last time I was there, they cut a guy's hair off.
Really?
Yeah. The one time before that, one guy lost his mask.
Really?
Yeah. And Papa, what was his stage name? Papadorio was a bad guy in the late 80s and early 90s, and it's his school, Ray Cambos. And he's coming out of retirement this Saturday night to wrestle for us.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's here local in Austin.
Guy. Yeah, he's local here in Austin on the Aldridge Drive.
Really?
Yeah, it's AAPW. So all the money that they make at the door is coming to the foundation.
Get out of town.
Yep, every penny.
Wow.
And these kids, these guys and girls that do it, they come from, bad backgrounds, and they're shy and timid, and they get in the ring. You wouldn't know that if you met them on the street.
That character takes over.
Oh, yeah. Their dual personality kicks in. It's pretty awesome.
And it's funny because, especially whether it's business or whatever, people always say be yourself. But sometimes if you're introverted,
it's hard, right?
You really got to, you got to create that persona.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you partnered with these guys?
We partnered with these guys. They're going to do it. We're doing our first benefit event this weekend.
Okay.
From 7 o'clock is doors open, 8 o'clock is the bell. It's 2.5 to 3 hours of pure. It's insane. Let me just tell you, it's amazing what these guys are doing in the ring. It's like it reminds me of the old days with Rowdy Piper and Hulk Hogan and.
See, that's when I came up.
Yeah.
Was it back then?
Yeah, it was amazing. Back then, it was, and a lot of people say it's fake, but last week a guy took a chair to a head and cut his head open.
There's some things you can't fake. Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, those punches, but
the slaps.
Dude, the
slaps.
God.
The echoes the whole room.
The infamous Ric Flair chops.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, cup your hand. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
but
sure.
It's still. You know what I mean? You're getting hit by this amazingly muscular person. You're going to feel it.
Yeah, you're going to feel it.
Just look at the red welts that he would leave on people.
Exactly.
Dude, I used to love wrestling. I've gotten away from it, but, man, back in the day, for me, it kind of pinnacled with The Rock, right? But, as a kid, man, it was Dusty Rhodes. Oh, Dusty Rhodes.
It was good stuff.
Yes, dude. And then you had the Four Horsemen, but I would always come back to Dusty Rhodes. Oh, he was my favorite.
So this is Ray has a school here.
Wow.
He trains champions, or he's got champions all over the world.
Wow.
In the ring. So he's bringing some young ones up now that are going to be,
So literally, folks, if you're listening to this and you go out to this event, you could be watching the next Undertaker and not even know it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Wow. That is awesome, though, dude.
It is.
And so everything collected at the door is going to go straight to the foundation.
Straight to the foundation.
So then people, you got to go out to this thing. Where's this place at?
It's on Aldridge Drive in Austin.
Okay, I'm going to have to air this episode early. I ain't going to be able to air it on Friday.
Well, that's all right.
I'll have to air it early.
Okay. So,
wow.
But so that would be this weekend. So then we partnered with 9 Iron Wines.
Okay.
Which we have Warrior Wine coming out.
So I saw an image of it on Facebook. I think you were like fishing around, like, "Hey, which logo or something like that."
Yeah.
So you actually got your own wine.
We got our own wine. It's a California blend. It's got 90 points. It's 86 to 90 points. We're going to have a red, white, and a rosé. And 20% of every bottle sold goes to the foundation.
Get out of Dodge. So how much is it a bottle?
It's like $15 to $18, depending on where. We're going to be in the specs in about 45 days.
You're going to specs?
Yeah, they already pre-ordered and paid.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude. Wow.
It's insane.
Okay, so you partnered with a wrestling school. You got your own freaking wine coming out. Now, you said it was going to be rosé, white. What kind of white? Like all kinds? Like the Grigios? Or you?
No, just the white.
Like a
it's
Chardonnay?
Just a plain.
Like a table white?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm assuming like a table red, like a blend?
Yep.
Wow.
All California grape.
Good job on the points. Because
That's hard.
Yes.
So the people that we partner with are LPGA and PGA official wine.
Yeah.
So that means that we became piggybacked on them as part of the official wine. So whatever events they do, we'll be right there next time.
Okay. Back up. PGA?
PGA.
Golf?
Professional golf, yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm not going to edit that out, but wow.
You don't need to because it is holy.
Okay. So
just think about how far back 3 episodes ago was and where we are today.
Dude, I'm telling you, like if people go back and listen to like episode 1, it's like, yeah, we've got this great idea. This is what we want to do. We're going to help veterans, the service animals. And I could tell, like, I mean, yeah, the passion rings through just talking to you guys. But I know other people who have started foundations and they're progressing. But, dude, it seems like you just, like, you put some nitrous on this thing.
Well,
I just start smashing the button.
I've been a business owner forever, so I'm running this like a business.
Okay.
So, I want to make sure that there's money there to help our guys.
You got that hustle, baby.
Yeah.
Where are you from again? New York?
I'm originally from New Jersey.
New Jersey. That's that Jersey hustle. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, started at the streets at 9 years old, delivering papers, washing dishes.
I delivered papers. I didn't deliver papers. I sold subscriptions for 1 day.
That's it?
1 day in Laredo, Texas, in 115-degree heat, door to door, trying to sell subscriptions to a paper that wasn't even a Laredo paper. It was like the Houston Chronicle or something.
Right.
The San Antonio whatever.
Right.
And, yeah, man, that was enough rejection.
But back in those days, the Sunday paper was the size of a phone book, if anybody remembers what a phone book used to be like.
It is so sad how skinny
those
papers are now. You know what I mean? Like, and even into my adult years, I used to look forward to getting the Sunday paper.
Oh, the comics.
The comics, dude.
With your silly putty.
Yeah. Get your comics. Get your circulars. And I'm a big tech head, so like all the electronic stores are putting their stuff. Not no more. No. The only time I really get happy is the Black Friday papers. Even then, I'm seeing it online a month in advance.
It's crazy.
All right, sorry, I'm getting off subject here.
So 9 Iron Wines has a nonprofit as well called Camp Hope.
Okay.
And Camp Hope transitions combat veterans from coming home and trying to restructure their life in civilian life.
Okay.
It's completely run by combat veterans. There is no one in there other than maybe a spouse or two that are married to one.
Right.
So what we're finding out and talking with all the people that I've been partnering with PTSD Foundation is that the only way to really make a difference in these veterans' lives that are coming home that served was other veterans that served in the same capacity. We understand how they feel. We understand their transitions are harder.
Yeah.
We find that the backgrounds make a big difference. If you're an Army brat and you go in the military, your experience with PTSD is different than a guy who had a stable home and that kind of stuff. So then we're finding with the animals, the therapy with the animals and the therapy of the animals are helping. I mean, there's horse ranches that we've talked about and fishing and all that good stuff that, the veteran needs that to kind of ground themselves again.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the kind of movement that we're doing from now on. It's we have to take care of our own, because if we don't do it, no one's going to do it. It's just, it doesn't work unless we're doing it.
Right.
So that's why we're all working together to make these things happen.
So Iron Wines, I'm assuming a portion of their sales go to their foundation,
Yep.
and with this particular model or blend or bottle,
Goes to our part.
goes to you.
Yep.
Man, that's awesome, dude. And you're already going into specs.
Yep.
You got another company you're looking at that we can't talk about yet,
Right.
which would be just
It's huge.
ginormous.
And then maybe
Blow
some
the roof off with some
HEBs
stuff.
and
Yeah, well,
I
you
mean,
know,
it'll start once it starts flowing. It'll start flowing.
I cannot wait to. You got to let me know, man.
Oh, don't worry, you will know,
dude.
We'll bring a couple bottles in here. We'll have to put some pictures up on the next
Oh,
podcast.
baby, get her done. You'll be the first podcast I drank on.
So we also have an RX Pet discount card where you get up to 70% off your prescriptions, not only for yourself but also for your animal.
Really?
Walmart, Target, Walgreens, CVS, all that. And what happens is every prescription drug you buy with that card, 50 cents comes back to the foundation.
Really?
So you get a discount, and they put them side by side on the website.
Yeah.
Plus, you're giving to it our nonprofit when you use it.
Dang, bro. And that's already in effect too?
That's already in effect. If you go to rxpetvet.com, you can download your free card and use it tomorrow. Wow. It's like GoodRx has out there.
Right.
GoodRx is going to start charging you for that. We're not charging for
You're
that.
not charging?
No.
Dang, bro. Okay.
So we have that going on.
Okay. I feel like there's more coming. Is there more coming?
Well, now we're
mean, this is just because this is a lot.
Yeah, I mean it's insane how far things are kind of moving. So we're going to be doing an event on 9/11.
Okay.
We have a young man that lives here locally, owns all the tune-up manly salons. His name is Wes Priest.
Okay.
He is going to set the world record on a wakeboard. He's going to shoot for 59 miles on Lake Travis on a wakeboard.
Really?
So we're working with Super to get a boat so that we can get extra fuel tanks and all that so that way he can do it without stopping. And then I'm working with Chive TV to film it. And I'm working with Yeti Cooler to sponsor it. And then hopefully Michael Dell will match the proceeds.
Wow.
So 9/11, we're going to be doing set a Guinness Book of World Record on Lake Travis.
Dang.
Yeah. The look on your face right now, you're in shock.
Well, there's very few times I don't have something to say, but I'm just like speechless on that, man.
So
that is amazing.
So we also have a local person building our wakeboard for us and going to put our logo and his logo on the bottom of it. And afterwards, we'll raffle that sucker off.
Oh, that is tight.
So.
Wow.
So that's our 9/11 event.
So when did you exactly stop sleeping?
At about 2001.
2001.
Actually, it was 1990. Actually, but
yeah. Are you at least getting 2 hours a year? Because I mean, dude, I don't see how you have time to do anything. How are you even in this damn podcast right now?
I have amazing people around me that believe in the cause.
Yeah.
And I could not do it alone. And when I tell you amazing people like you, because you bring me in here and we talk about it and get the word out.
Yeah.
John Burnham. I have several people out there that are fellow
I remember
veterans.
last time you had really you'd gotten your board real finalized. And
everything's getting real tight, and as things move on, it gets even tighter.
Wow.
So it's just the people, and a lot of them aren't even veterans, and they're part of this thing, and it's amazing when somebody believes in something, how they step up and help you make things happen.
I mean, if I could applaud you right now, I would.
Yeah.
You guys are just, I mean, it's amazing to me.
The best applaud that I could ever have is saving somebody from committing suicide.
Yeah.
If I could save one person or save an animal that's destined for to be put down because they don't have a home to go to, and we can rehabilitate that animal and get that partnered up with a veteran, that a veteran has something to care for in their same terms, the animal's providing a service to that veteran as well. So I also partnered with Warhawk, and I'm going up in October.
What's Warhawk?
Warhawk is a guy who trains service animals, and he gives them to veterans. So they just had a litter of puppies, Australian Shepherds, that are going to be in training here shortly.
I love those.
And we're going to fund every one of those dogs with pet insurance while they're going through training, and we're going to hand them off to veterans. That way they're going to have a fully trained dog with papers.
Wow.
Because we talked about before about how a lot of these service animals, you can go online and say my dog's a service animal and get some paperwork on it.
Yeah.
These are going to be a full-fledged, backed, certified service animals.
Yeah, this goes far beyond just calling like your ferret like emotional support. Like this is straight up.
This is straight up.
That dog is
trained.
Yeah.
And have its purpose and is an actually working dog.
It's always amazed me too. Like even with our dog, our shepherd, we have a German shepherd, and
that's why I was wondering how you had grass, but
dude, he is very spoiled. I will say, like he is definitely. We brought a cat in some months ago. My wife had, she grew up with cats and dogs, and she'd been wanting a cat, and we, anyway, long story short, so we rescued a cat. And we went through that whole phase of getting them used to each other. Now, here's what's amazing to me. The German Shepherd, he's huge. I mean, he's giant, like champion bloodline, blah, blah, blah. But he's the most gentle creature on the planet. Like, I think, like, he's the type of dog, like, he's scary to look at. But if you were breaking into my house and you got a piece of bacon in your pocket, he's going to show you where my valuables are.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, TV's right over there, bro.
Texting him right now. Bring the bacon.
Yeah, just bring bacon, bro. Like, I got you. It's good. But anyway, so, watching those two get kind of intertwined, and it was rough at first. Not on his part, but because the cat was a pain in the ass. But he's just so, it's all good. Life is good. Just rub my nose. Just rub my nose.
Takes that after you.
Yes. and he's that type, you'll be sitting there, and if he wants you to pet him, he'll come over and he'll root his damn nose into whatever you're doing. And it's like, love me now.
Or lose me forever.
Or lose me forever.
That's right.
For 10 minutes.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's great, but he's something else.
It's before we didn't have all these studies. Now we're getting a lot of studies out that show that the PTSD animals are making huge differences in veterans' lives.
Yeah.
So now we have what's the beauty of this all is, and how all this is coming together is that, and it all's come together over wine. Imagine that.
Shocker.
And I got to go see a veteran transition from the worst day of his life to the best day of his life, going through that 8-month program.
Right.
And then when they come out, they become a steward in their society. They get a dog, maybe from us.
Mm-hmm.
Helps them with their PTSD. They're able to give back to what gave them all that ability to be great again.
Dude. Well, see, and that's what I was going to ask you, because one of the things I've noticed, like just with our dog, who's, trained to sit and lay and all that and stay, but it's like the dog reads you.
Mm-hmm.
He reads you. Like, he knows, like, if I'm in a bad mood, it's like he knows. Or if I'm hurting, he knows. And it's like he'll react differently. So my question, I guess, would be is, with the training that you guys are providing for the service animals, does it enhance that? Or is that just kind of like, in other words, is the dog kind of like after the certification, if you will, is the dog even more kind of conscious of the person?
See, with the training, what happens with the training is the training takes the other environmental stuff out of the picture for the dog. Like, oh, there's a cat. Oh, there's a squirrel.
Right.
It takes that out. It's solely focused on the veteran. So when the veteran is going through a crisis, because a lot of times we'll go through a crisis and no one will even know. But
right.
The dog will know. The dog will start nudging. They'll start pushing. They'll start trying to bring you back down to where you're in this point in time, not where you're back in the battlefield again.
Yeah.
And they pick up on those. They'll pick up on night sleep, and when you're sleeping in nightmares, they're there to keep you grounded.
Wow.
So when they're trained, when they're working, everything else that's going on in the room
doesn't matter.
Doesn't faze them.
Yeah.
They're only focused on the veteran. So that's how you change. That's how you can tell between a working dog and a dog that's just says it's a service animal.
A baby.
Yeah.
House pet.
Because that dog will not leave that veteran's side for nothing.
And I've seen it. Oh, yeah. Like, I've been to, because I told you about, this lady who was working with us, and her husband started one, and they have these retreats for veterans, which I still need to get you connected with.
I know. We got to get together. I've just been so busy with everything else.
Well, yeah, but you guys, and I see let's put it this way. She's no longer in the mortgage business because their foundation is taken off to a degree to where it's like she's dedicating her whole
life to that. That's what happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't had time to do any real estate since I've done this.
Dude.
And I'm not going to, because this is my calling. This is my
where the passion
big why
is, right?
Is that, know? I've lost too many friends.
Yeah.
Over the years.
Yeah. And
when I pick up the paper or pull up a social media and I see that we lost another veteran in a VA parking lot.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
No. No.
And that's another industry that we need to get fixed and get veterans in there and veterans that served and get combat veterans in there so that way we can relate eye to eye with these guys and girls.
Right.
It's a whole different, it's hard to explain. It's like your wife trying to tell you what it's like to have a baby. She can't.
No.
You have to experience that for yourself. That's why women have a different bond than guys have.
Right.
So it's the same thing as being a combat veteran. Hey, that was cool.
Oh, man. No, it wasn't. I'm sorry. I thought I turned that off.
And that's all right. So, that's where the when you have a person that's there that's been through it can explain how to get out of that situation, and you'll believe it because the guy's already been through it. It's kind of like it's like first guy writing his first mortgage.
Yeah.
There's 1,000 things that can go wrong.
Oh yeah.
Right? Just because he didn't do one
thing right. Even on your fifth mortgage. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. Yeah.
So if he didn't have someone to come in, or she didn't have someone to come in and talk to and say, hey, how do I deal with this? They learn by trial and error.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with the VA. A lot of those people are there for a paycheck because they get a good paycheck and they get good retirement and they get
good benefits.
The benefits.
Right.
It's different when we're in charge. We're not looking for the benefits. We're looking to save lives.
Well, the benefit is the saving of the lives,
Exactly.
right? Is bringing the veteran back to a place of peace.
Exactly.
And that's why, again...
And letting them know that it's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right that you're messed up. It's okay that you've been through what you've been through. You're not alone, and you will succumb and become this amazing person that you've always been.
Right.
Because the biggest thing that when you come back, you get into a relationship and a person that you're in a relationship starts beating you up because they don't understand you.
Right.
And then you start retaliating because you have that mentality. And then the next thing you know, you're fighting. Next thing you think you're the biggest piece of crap on the earth.
Yeah, it just compounds.
And then you have no one to talk to about that. You don't know how to get out those aggressions other than, going doing stupid stuff like drugs or getting in trouble, robbing banks, driving, speeding cars. You're always looking for that adrenaline. You're always looking for that edge.
Yeah.
And when you don't have it anymore, you look for it in other places.
Right.
And
less healthy.
And getting them the understanding that they have to transition from one thing to another, so that way they can be a steward to their community and an amazing a pillar of it because of what they've done. Not many people can do what they did.
Right.
And survive to tell about it. So, and them being there for the future generations.
Yeah.
So that's what it's all going to turn out. It's going to just compound and get better and better and better and better.
Dude, it's amazing. I love it. I love it what you guys are doing, man. So how many dogs have you funded now?
We're on 4, and we're going to do these 5 puppies here shortly.
Wow.
I'm going up to Oklahoma on the 11th of July.
Yeah.
And meet the puppies and meet the group that is doing it. This a gentleman is a 3-time Iraq, 4-time Afghan war vet. So he's been in there and done it, and this is his big why.
So let me ask you a question. On the type of dog that you're describing right now, the puppies, right? English Shepherds.
Australian sheepdogs.
Australian sheepdogs. Those are the ones that sometimes they have one colored eye. And
they're very hyper.
Very hyper, but
they're small.
They're small and...
They're a herding dog.
Right, and they're like when they're bonded to that owner. My sister had one. That's why I was asking. I want to make sure it was the same type. And that dog, God bless you if the dog thought you were going to harm my sister, you're dead, man.
You're dead.
Yeah, you're just gone. But, it was one of those, he was always present, but always quiet. Right?
That's how they're supposed to be.
Wow.
And that's a true service dog. That's when the service dog's working. They're always there, but they're not interacting with everything else that's going on.
Well, and that's
can't.
another thing too. It's like I've seen it to where like for example, my friends down in Corpus, I was at one of their events, and a couple people had their service dogs, and it was clearly marked like working animal, do not interact,
touch,
do
not
not
pet,
touch,
yeah.
do not pet.
And people don't pay attention to it.
No, or else they would still ask permission, and and it was kind of like I could, okay, I'm not going to go down that road, but I mean,
Right.
yeah, like I respected the piece, but I guess my question is have you found that there are certain breeds that are just way better suited for this type of role, or
usually your working dogs are?
Yeah,
Your Labradors, your Goldens, your Australian Shepherds, your working, shepherds.
right.
The working dogs, because that they get enjoyment out of working.
Okay,
That's what they were bred to do. So if they're always working, they're happy.
gotcha.
So being a PTSD dog or mobility dog or a seizure alert dog, they're on 24/7.
Yeah,
And that's when they're the happiest. So those are the dogs that usually
perform better.
the best.
Gotcha.
Especially with the task of, waiting for red lights to change and opening doors and that kind of stuff. They're just more geared to it, and they have the
Opening
body
doors.
mass. Yeah, sure. You have veterans in wheelchairs that need a door open.
And the dog will open the door.
Dog open the door.
Huh.
I had a friend of mine had one that actually he had a pull chain on his refrigerator, and the dog would go get a beer for him.
I've seen videos, like kind of just
Yeah. So he trained his service dog when he got home and had a rough day. The dog knew to go get his slippers and go get him a beer, and put the beer in the trash after he drank it.
Wow.
So the dog is happy to do it because that's what they're.
That's their thing.
That's what God made them to do.
That's their MO.
That's their MO.
Wow.
So those dogs are usually the ones that bring the most reward in training. Shelter dogs do too, because they know what it's like to not be loved and cared for, and they've been put in a shelter. And those dogs, the medium to large dogs, usually do pretty good too.
Gotcha.
So.
Wow. I was just curious because, I mean, there's so many breeds.
So many.
So many breeds.
Yeah.
Wow. So.
And believe it or not, the dog, when you talk to all these trainers,
Yeah.
they'll have 3-4 dogs there. The dog actually picks
The human?
the human.
Really?
Yeah, 90% of the time the dog bonds with the human, and that's the dog. That's the human they want to be with.
How do they do that?
Senses, psyche, I don't know.
I mean, no, but like, in other words, like the veteran goes and what is there, like multiple dogs and whatever dog?
Sometimes there's one dog, and the trainer will say, "No, you're not suited for this dog. We're gonna wait for another dog for you."
Really?
Because the dog will not pick. If the dog doesn't pick you, then you're not their.
It's
going to
be like
human.
that
It's going to have that
conflict.
bond, right?
Right.
It's not like an arranged marriage.
Yeah.
It's got to be mutual between the dog and the veteran.
Huh. Dang, bro. I've never thought of it that way.
So yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you've taught me a lot over these 4 episodes about how this works and the inner workings of this thing. So, I mean, okay, so 4 dogs funded plus you got 5
We
puppies.
got 5 puppies on the way.
Man.
As soon as they evaluate the puppies to make sure they're going to be capable of being a service animal, then they'll tell me that all 5 are good, or 4 of them good, or 3 of them are good. And what happens if they're not good, they go to farms. They end up becoming a farm dog. So
Really?
it's not like they just get put down or thrown out the door.
Nah,
They'll find
them
a suitable.
purpose.
Some dogs are just not suited to be a service dog.
Right.
Just like some people aren't suited to be a ranger or
Right.
a special forces guy or a SEAL.
Yeah.
Some dogs are just not cut out to do that kind of either mentally or physically or whatever. And that's where the trainer comes in to pick the right dog for the right task.
Dang.
Not all dogs can be mobility. Some only can be comfort. Not all dogs will pick up on seizures.
Right.
So you have to, the trainer has
It's
to.
kind of a custom.
It's a custom-made
process.
relationship. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. So what else is? I mean, wow. First off, like, congratulations. I mean,
thank you.
obviously, you guys are just accomplishing so much, and we've talked about the cost involved in insuring these dogs and training these dogs. So obviously, I know substantial investments are being made in
Well,
these
not only
animals.
that, we want them to live longer. So we want that dollar that investment to last longer.
Right.
So without the pet insurance, a veteran gets a dog and they can't afford to take care of them. That dog's lifespan gets shorting. So everything that we did to find the perfect match and the perfect dog for the perfect veteran is shortened. So with the pet insurance, they're able to go to the veterinarian. They're able to get seen 2 times, 3 times a year. Make sure that the dog's checked out regularly, teeth cleaning, whatever it needs, growth takeoffs, spade and neuter, whatever they want to do with the dog, it's taken care of so we can get another 4 to 5 years out of them.
Wow.
So these Australian Shepherds live about 15 years normally because they're a small to medium dog. I'm going to be curious to see 20 years from now how many of those 5 that were going to still be alive because of the care they received.
Yeah, because you're able to.
So we're going to be starting to set our own, basically, case studies and show that what we're doing extends the life of not only the veteran, but also the animal.
Dang.
So if I can give a veteran 20 more years, so think about it. These guys and gals coming home are 23, 24 years old now. They're going to be in their 45s and 50s before they need another service animal.
Yeah.
They have enough transition time at that point to find their place in society that when that time comes and they get another one, they know what to expect and where they go with that from there. Wow. And they're going to want to get another dog because they were able to take care and maintain that dog no matter what.
Right.
So.
And the next dog will be, even more cared for as we continue to improve, the way we treat.
And the way we do things.
Yeah. That is amazing. Dude, kudos, my man. Kudos.
So, if we have any veterans out there that need a dog, please reach out to my website, warriorcompanion.com.
Yep.
Or Jack at warriorcompanion.com. You can email me. So we're going to have 5 dogs coming up here shortly that are going to be in training for about 8 months to 9 months. And as soon as they get done, we're going to start a selection process and get them homed.
Partnered.
Yep.
That is amazing, dude. And how long before the wine's out?
The wine should be out in about 45 days.
Okay. Yeah,
so
I'm gonna be waiting
maybe
on that.
between we're shooting for 4th of July.
Yeah.
And that's still possible, but the TACB had to approve the label. So that's what I was told this morning. That was done. So about 45 days from that process.
Sweet.
So.
And okay, so it's a California blend. So the company is in California.
The company's in California. The 99 Wines is based out of North Carolina.
Okay.
They had a North Carolina vineyard there, but the guy that does the bottling and the juice and all that is in California, stationed in California.
Gotcha. Dang, bro.
So, and then we have the 11/11 event coming up, which is a golf tournament.
Okay.
At the Hills.
Okay.
So we're going to be looking for sponsors.
I knew you had more coming.
Oh, for sure.
Come on.
So we're going to be looking for sponsors and whole sponsors and that kind of stuff, and closest to the hole for hole in one. We're going to be raffling off a trip to Pebble Beach. Hope we're going to have Yeti coolers there and giveaways. I'm praying that we're in negotiations with them, talks with them to do something for our nonprofit, and that's kind of where we're headed with that. And that's going to be another great event. We're going to have the LPGA sponsor it.
Really?
And we're hoping to have the Golf Channel there, and we're hoping to have Chive TV's Bill Murray's golf group come.
Really?
So it's going to be a blast.
That's 11/11.
On 11/11 in the Hills in the Lakeway.
Dang. All right.
So
you got wrestling this weekend. You got
bring your popcorn.
Bring
your own booze as long as it's not in glass.
Okay.
You can bring your own beer, bring your own wine, whatever, as long as it's not in a glass bottle.
So a BYOB wrestling event.
Yep.
Saturday. What's the location?
It's on Aldridge Road here in Austin.
Okay.
If you look up AAPW, you'll find the address and put you right there.
All right. So wrestling. Then we got 9/11. You're going to
set a world record.
Going to set a world record for wakeboarding. Then you got
Travis.
Then you got wine coming out that'll be in some major stores here soon. Then you got...
It'll definitely be in specs because they already ordered it and pre-ordered it.
They already ordered it.
Yep.
So
you'll be on the lookout for that.
Wow.
Well, when it comes back out, maybe I'll come back in for a short one. We'll talk about it and let people know where to find it.
We'll do a taste testing.
We'll do a taste testing on air.
On air. We'll describe wine on air.
That ought to be interesting.
Yeah, I know, right? God, this tastes like, I don't know. Yes. All right. And then 1111.
1111.
Wow.
And don't forget, we provide pet insurance. So if you don't have a service animal, when you need it,
that's right.
you can purchase it through our website.
Okay. And you got the discount card.
And we have the RX Pet discount card. RXPetVet.com.
Wow. Dang, bro. Yeah, I see how you're not selling any real estate.
Yeah, it's been tough.
I'm sure.
But,
But rewarding.
But very rewarding.
That's awesome, dude.
So
give us a website one more time.
WarriorCompanion.com.
All right. Damn.
And those events will be up on the website here shortly. I just gave them to my web developer last Thursday, and he's in the process of moving to Fort Worth, so he's going to get them up there shortly. But the AAPW is up there on our website already.
Okay.
For this Saturday. Bring your kids. It's fun. It's $5 for kids, $10 for adults.
Okay.
It's a complete blast. This will be my third one that I went to, and I enjoy it. It's fun. It's just fun to watch.
Damn.
So.
Yeah, dude.
You never know what to expect.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
Whether the guy's getting his hair shaved off or losing a mask or, or getting a chair sideways and, next thing you know, they've got a fountain of blood pulling down her face and they're still in there doing
That's just good old-fashioned home entertainment right there, bro.
It. You got it.
That's fun for the whole family.
And that's a nonprofit, too. It's a school, and that's making it's a nonprofit helping a nonprofit, which is amazing.
That's always fun.
So
that's good, dude. Congratulations, bro.
Well, thank you.
Sweet. All right.
And make sure you use my buddy Bobby here if you need any mortgage needs.
Yeah. Reach out to me and I'll route you to one of my guys.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He's been on this thing from day one, and I love him for it.
Well, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you always taking time to come in. And you know what? We really missed a golden opportunity just to talk smack about John since he's not here.
I know. Well, he never talks anyway when he's here. So we could have said he was here and no one would have known.
No one would have known. I could have just played old video clips of him going, "Yep,
yep,
yep, absolutely." Anyway, we love you, Johnny. All right, brother. Well, man, dude, appreciate you coming in today, man. Thanks again. Hey, everybody, make sure you check out the website, warriorcompanion.com, right?
That's it. You got it.
There it is. And, hey, if you like this, give us a like, give us a save. But whatever you do, stay social, everybody. See you next time. Bye.